Welcome to your fifth placer. um, that whole fifth place thing, I'm really annoyed. Like, I am beyond annoyed of how I got out. Well, like, my hair is just a mess. Okay, so I got out to an idol play, and it was a stupid idol play, which even makes me more mad because Donahue is the most likely to win. Donahue deserves the win. He's like, that underdog came in, no one trusted him, no one wanted to work with him, and then he was able to manage his way through it. So I don't understand Jackson's whole point behind the idol play, and he's most likely going to be in the final three. So that is going to be my question to him, why he played the idol for Donahue. 1 second. To do something. So also I'm in the jury now, and everything's running smoothly. I'm learning some stuff, I'm learning some ish. But also, so we're in Final Four. Derps just won immunity, so hopefully, I'm pretty sure that means sadly Donahue is going home. That's gonna be kind of sad. Donahue deserves this, man. Donahue deserves to win. But it is what it is. I end up sad. If it's just like a tie vote, for some reason it's a tie vote, and they don't see, and it's a fire making, and Donahue stays, then he wins. He just wins in my eyes. But in most case scenario, which I think will happen, Donahue will be the last person to join us on the jury. Welcome, bud. You're the most robbed, other than me. Not me though, because I didn't really deserve the title. But we're gonna talk about the final four, I guess, and where my jury vote would go before going to that final tribal council. I don't know who's out yet, so I'm just gonna say out of the final four. So let's start out with the person I am actually never going to vote no matter what happens. I don't care what he claims, I am not voting him whatsoever. Jackson! Congratulations, Jackson. For me, he's made out to be the GOAT of Derp, and I'm pretty sure Jackson is the GOAT of Derp. He doesn't, he either does really, really, poorly in the challenges or he abstains. And that proves to show me that he puts no effort into this org and that he doesn't deserve the title, or he just wants to not seem like a challenge beast. But that's probably why, because we had that 48-hour long challenge and he was one of the people keeping up with the 48-hour challenge. And also he did that dumbass idol play, which I don't understand whatsoever. I still don't understand, and that's going to be my question for him at the end, because I know he's going to be at the end. Because if you don't take Jackson to the end, then you're even more dumber than Jackson. I'm going to ask Jackson, why'd you play your idol for Donahue, knowing he was the biggest threat to win the game. Period. And I'm pretty sure all the specs can agree with me on that one. But yeah, Jackson, he's made out to be a GOAT, and I am no chance of voting him. And then, let's move on to someone Eels. Eels was my GOAT. I'm just gonna go out there and say that. Eels was my GOAT. Even though I flipped on him, he still came to me and he still worked with me, so it proves he is my GOAT. But he can claim some moves under his belt, the Kelsey vote out. Sure, he can claim that, and Princess will be mad, but he can claim that if he wants. And then he can also claim the idol bluff. That was a good move because we were all going to vote out Eels that round. But then he bluffed the idol and we all got scared and we didn't. So I credit him on that good move. But the one main flaw in his game, if he was really allied with Kelsey, why wouldn't he tell Kelsey that she was getting votes? Would it be nice as an ally, one of the closest allies, to give a heads up before, just voting her? He didn't even tell me, and I was his closest ally at the time. And that's why I flipped on him, because if I was really his closest ally, why wouldn't he tell me? That's a question I'm pretty sure Kelsey's gonna ask. And if he flops at that question, then my vote for him is gone. Because that was where our alliance went from here, we were majority, and then it went like that. And he was the reason for it, so I want to see his justification to why that happened. And why it went that way. What happened? Okay, and then we'll have, I want to do Derp last. We have Donahue. Donahue played a stellar game, period. It's so good. Donahue's, I seem so aggressive. Donahue's game, just to me, like, I remember back at the original tribe, he did not like me, did not want to work with me, but he managed to get himself out of that one, and then tribe swap. He voted out one of our own instead of voting out Princess, and he made a move. Going into merge, we did not want to work with him, so he slithered his way through it, and he went in. No one wanted to work with him, I'm pretty sure. And he slithered his way through, turned against our original tribe, and voted with the majority now. And I feel like that is a really, like, he's played a good game, but I feel like it's more under the radar, which is my only problem with it. So if he goes to, the final 3, which I don't think he will, sadly, if he makes the final 3, my main question for him would be, tell me the moves you have made in order for me to be able to vote for you. Tell me why I should vote for you. What moves have you made? Like, that's what I'm gonna ask him. I'm pretty sure I know about his moves, but I'm just curious to the way he words it. And then last, but not least, Derp. For a while, I was never going to vote Derp. But now that I'm looking at it, Derp's game is just really good. And as much as I don't want to vote for him, depending on his jury speech and his answer to my question, I am going to probably vote for him. But I might just vote for Eels because Eels just needs to win an org. I'm not really salty. I just wanted to be in majority, but he's played a good game. He came into merge on the minority. He was able to flip to the majority. It, like, the whole, like, thing just went, like, and it just, like, he went into majority via 1 vote. And then he, like, literally just, like, I told him, now I trust you, I flipped to you, now trust me, and he literally fucking just, like, lied and backstabbed me twice. And then he did that move on me at Final 5, where he voted with me, but he probably told Jackson to play the idol. So, like, yeah, he did play a good game. But, to me, it just, like, this is personal, though. This is, like, emotional. But I'm just going to tell you my perspective. This is my perspective, Specs. Don't get mad at me. To me, because, I was in the position I am, so understand from my point of view, why didn't he flip? Like, to me, it just felt like he was, like, in that alliance for a very, like, I know the alliance. Like, there's obviously a trio. Like, I think it's a trio, and then Donna, who's kind of, like, on the side and stuff. Like, that's what I'm presuming it is. But to me, I think that Derp was, like, the leader of that. And obviously what annoys me the most is that he stayed with that alliance, like, the entire game. Which I would consider boring, and that he made moves. So it kind of was just like, and what I would have liked is when we had the majority of Final 7, we had a 3, and they had a 4. I would have liked him to flip at that time, only because I just thought that, like, he was the type of person willing to make a move. Now, I think from his point of view, he was thinking he would be on the bottom of our alliance. But, I would have gotten lucky out, like, any time. Yeah. What annoys me, though, is that when we had the opportunity to make a move, he didn't, and he stayed loyal, like, practically to the end, and that just pisses me off. People who don't, like, want to make moves and just stay loyal to the end, like, kind of just, like, you're a boring player. Literally survive All-Stars, and somehow I still like David. I don't know, David's... I'm joking. But, I don't know, I just find it kind of annoying how he stayed with his alliance the entire, like... He just stayed with this alliance the entire merge, and he didn't, like, make a move. He just stayed with this alliance. That's what annoyed me. No flippage. Nothing. Just a boring, normal, loyal gameplay. Which, sure, it worked out for him. He made it to the end. Kudos to you, my friend. But you're just, like, picking people off that aren't in your alliance. That's, like, Yeah, so like my main question for him is why didn't you flip when we had the chance to? When you had the chance to make a move and prove to me that you're not just a boring ass player, why didn't you make a move? Like, sure, he flipped with me at Final 5, but how do I know that he wasn't telling Jackson to play that idol just to get me out and make it seem like he flipped to me? Like, why didn't you flip when you had the chance? That's my main thing. But right now, my vote is just gonna go on Eels, and then depending on everyone's jury speeches and answers to my questions, it'll change. Because I know Donna, who sadly probably won't be in the final 3, but if he is, boy, my vote is on you. But yeah, that's like it. I'm really sad that I'm on the jury and I got out to the idol play. I'm still fucking pissed. But it's fine. Jackson, kudos to you for getting 3rd place. And, Snake Bitch is out.